Good evening and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another episode of London Greens. Now, we are in a cup game to start here today. Last episode, if you missed it, we played in the other cup and we came back from 2-0 down very late to win on penalties once again. Now, I don't want to always be relying on winning on penalties and coming back late in the game to get us through these rounds. So hopefully today, with a slightly stronger team picked, we will respond. In fact, I need to maybe make a change at left back. So Callum Wilde will come in. Beard and Mason looks good at the centre back positions. Turner Gilligan out on the right hand side. We've actually got Cutler starting on the left because Sprawley played an under-18s game. And then Embleton is on a heavy match load. So this is kind of a part of the situation we're in with the amount of competitions. You know, the extra cup means there are extra games, at least 4 or 5 throughout the season, maybe. If we win this one, there'll be another game. So every time we win in the cup, which is great, it also means we're adding another game to the calendar, and that makes things more difficult over time because we have to rotate and players need rest and stuff like that. So it is difficult, but we are making a really, really good start to the season. And I'm still going to keep calling it the start to the season. The team we are playing here today, Acton Ealing Whistlers, we of course have a history with. We've played them before. I'm sure we've beaten them before. They've beaten us, but they are actually now a division above us, which is really curious. And it kind of shows that if we can have a good game here today, it kind of shows me where we are levels wise, you know, in competing with a team above us, in a whole division above us. It's a really odd thing with the amount of clubs in the levels that there may be clubs, for example, maybe like us, who are actually playing at a level that they're probably weaker. You know, they're weaker than or they're stronger than. You know, you might find that the teams we're playing against are particularly weak, but they somehow managed to give away a penalty to survive in that division for a couple of years, and it just makes it difficult for them to go up or to go down, you know. 1-0, fair enough. Off of the penalty spot, I'm going to go for the demand more here. The defenders are not having a good start, and we're going to have a look at the tactics in a minute. So from the kickoff, Mason out wide to Cutler, back to Mason. Out to the right maybe? No, back to Cutler again. Into Takeda. Back to Wild, forward, please. I mean, I guess I said forward, please, but that just seemed a bit aimless. Well out. Takeda will get it. Maybe this is a counter opportunity. We don't really have a crazy amount of pace on today, do we? This might be a bit of a slow it down, work the ball into the box kind of game. Yes, okay, so I think you can kind of see after 22 minutes we are struggling with the momentum and with the possession. This may just be because Acton are a stronger team. They're in a division above, and we need to try and correct our playstyle to kind of fix it, basically. We've got Ben Horn on the bench, which is a bit of a... Come on, Cutler, what a goal. What a goal. Which is a bit of a... He's on heavy match load, so I don't really want to have to bring him on. But, you know, if we need to, because I think he's going to add quality to the attack, then we will do that. Turner Gilligan, yellow card. Okay. But it is going to be, can we fight for as long as possible in this game? Another highlight. Acton in their white kit. They're another team that are like that, like us in the fact that they play green and white. Our green is a bit darker. Well done, Withers. Good save. I'm going to encourage the team. That gets a positive response, except from Withers, who is frustrated. Probably because he's conceded a goal, but you're doing your best, and I believe that. Maybe Oldring will play the next game as a bit of rotation in the goalkeeper position. Oh, end of highlight. Okay. Oh, they've gone long. That's a good pass. Oh, Withers with a save. Oh, I was a bit worried there because it was 1-on-1, but Withers has done pretty well to keep that one out. Olafsson does well. It's just another corner, but every time the ball comes in like that, I'm a bit worried there's going to be a penalty or something. Well done, Withers. Over the bar. And half time. Okay. Data shows just how far we are being pushed. So let's bring that line back and just give us a bit more time. I'm also going to go into the regroup just because of that as well. Do you have anyone who plays left wing? I don't think we have anyone who plays on the left wing. Okay. I'm changing the system just a little bit because we are kind of getting outplayed. The amount of chances that Acton have created is far more than us. So I'm kind of hoping that taking Barnes off, who wasn't having a great game, putting Horn on, extra quality with the extra striker, I'm hoping that that will allow us to maybe when we do get the ball into that dangerous area, it will allow us to grab a goal and just be done with it, you know? Oh, off the post again, goodness. It's probably one of the first times, or one of the few times, let's say, this season where my system has to change because the opposition are simply stronger and better than us. So there have been times throughout the season where we have had to make those changes and play direct and just go out and attack instead. Hopefully today this can actually be an example of us changing the system, not going all out attack and just tweaking the system rather than making dramatic attacking changes. And if that goal is on, then it is genuinely working because I've gone onto the cautious mentality because Acton have got so much more possession. With the idea of those three strikers getting them all into dangerous areas, if we are solid at the back, with a bit of direct play forward to those strikers, solid at the back and in the midfield, it would be an example of us slightly changing the system and it really, really working. Come on. 3-1. The changes are going to come in now. So Moss has scored and will now come off. Which he might be a bit like, what have I done to deserve that? They should actually be the other way around, really. Yeah, I'd prefer Horn down the middle. But also I'd prefer him to be on his personalized advanced forward. Yeah. And then Mbambo goes on to just the poacher on the right-hand side. What's up with Olafsson? Complacent. Focus up, buddy. It's a very different system. Like it's direct. It's rather central. It's hopefully a bit more solid with Aldred coming back and joining Olafsson in defense. You know, they're both of them there just marshalling just in front of the defensive line, which I do think is good. I've made all my changes now, though, as well. So if there is trouble in the last 10 minutes, we won't... Oh, it's an own goal! Mason. That's very unlucky. That's very unlucky. 15 minutes to survive. Oh, it's a penalty. Takeda steps up, make it 4-2, and I think we've recovered the 2-goal lead and the win. He puts it away. Takeda is just... It's really unfortunate that both times that Takeda... We haven't had him for penalties. It's really odd, isn't it? I feel like both... His penalty takings isn't even that great. But he's on the penalties. That's odd, isn't it? That's really odd. What is his... He's down here. He's 8-3. Got good finishing, you know, you give him that, 8-8-3, but Ben Horn should be on there as well. I can't change it now. But that's so curious that... Yeah, it's really weird. Olafsson takes them after Takeda. 2 minutes to go. 2 goals in front. Mason clears it away. And I'm actually quite impressed with the fact that we've turned this around. From having a first half where we were pretty much dominated by Acton and we're not getting much luck. We've we've been given another penalty. Who's taking it this time? It's Olafsson this time. That's interesting. Why did it change that time? Is that because Takeda had already taken one? Let me check that again. I think that's in that there's like a thing that you can say. Change taker if player has already taken a penalty. Okay, so yeah, interesting. 5-2, good win. A bit of a surprise, but very happy with how we turned that game around from the first half. If we look at the XG, the penalties obviously kind of speak for themselves in terms of the XG, which is 1.03, but they only had 0.79. Can I see the match momentum? Doesn't really look like I can, but going direct, I mean, those tactics worked. I've got to say it, those tactics worked. They scored a penalty, and we gave them an own goal. If you get rid of the penalties and the own goal, it's a 3-0 game. Yeah. Pretty freaking good, it's all I'm saying. Pretty freaking good to beat a team A division up, quite convincingly in the end. Okay, cool. We've got two more games. They're both league games. We're going to have to rotate the squad. So that's the biggest kind of hiccup and puzzle of this season at the moment. It's all about making sure we pick the correct team. It's still a strong enough team to get the job done, but it doesn't absolutely kind of burn our team, you know. Ben Horn came on, scored a goal, had a good one. Even off the bench, he's doing good work. So we win that one. KG press conference, I'm not prepared to answer. Interesting. We'll send Skid Horn. We receive 825. That's nice. And he got a goal and an assist. He only played 45 minutes. Yeah, incredible stuff. He's just doing really, really well. Love that. We are delighted with the win. Of course we are. So only 3 days until the Cobham game, and then only 3 days until the Warpleton Phoenix game. Rotation it is. Okay, we're loading up into the second game of the episode. It's going to be against Cobham. But before we do that, I'm looking at Harry Eyre. And he... Oh, just dropped my pen. He looks like a good player. Good pace, good agility, good crossing, relatively good dribbling. Not great on the passing. Good determination and flair. I think he comes in and he is a good cover for Tom Moss, who does have Ethan Thomas in behind. But the drop from, look at this, 7.54 to Ethan Thomas, 6.94. It's quite significant, and I think it's actually a little bit too much for my liking. Shannon is going to go in for Mason. Yeah, good. Okay. So I'm going to offer a contract to our lad, Harry Eyre, and hopefully he wants it. Okay, regular starter. Oh, goodness gracious. He wants more money than I can possibly give him. Never mind. Never mind, eh? Fine. Tom Moss is good enough. Tony Gilligan, what do you mean unsuited to the role? You're a right back. Don't worry about it. I don't know. Okay, so the opposition play Cobham. They play direct counter-attack. Really, really interesting. I think it means we might even be able to just do that and play a really calm tempo game. We don't really want to get caught out, but I think it does mean we can high press a little bit more. Just move a tad further up the pitch. You don't want to leave yourself vulnerable, but you do want to go forward. You want to be like, okay, you're going to sit back. We're going to go forward. Slight injury to the Cobham goalie already. Unless he started with an injury. It's a bit of a curious one. Okay, not a bad start. All the possession, all the chances going our way. See what happens here. Cross comes in. What on Moss? Nope, penalty. Moss has pushed his opposite number. And just like last game, we start by giving away a penalty. What are you doing, lads? Down the middle he goes. Goal for Cobham, 1-0. I'm going to call for a demand more because giving away a penalty that early is a little bit cheap. What are you doing? Oh my word, what a header that is from Beard. Wow. All right, 1-0 becomes 1-1. We're back in the game. Beard gets another goal. Good header. We're back in the game. %75 possession is a little bit crazy. If they genuinely are just going to sit back on the counter-attack, I think I can even, move one of these midfielders up there and just make it even more... just, make it even more difficult for them. Or just throw, Takeda in here and throw Ricky May on. One of our youngsters, and let him have a go. That's really good passing. Good save, Withers. And Tony Gilligan, I think, got in on the block as well. But that was really good passing from Cobham. They really are a counter-attack team. Need to make sure we've got numbers back almost at all times. Oh, well done, Takeda. Good steal. It didn't really look like he was going to get hold of that, but then he did. And he gives it off to Tom Moss. Goes back to Turner Gilligan. Back to Moss. Probably inside. Nah, Horn's offside. It's a great finish, and you know, it's what we want from Ben Horn, but he's offside because he's run like a good, I don't know, couple seconds early. This actually, Embleton and Murphy losing confidence. That's not good, is it? Okay, a bit of a system change here. We're sending Embleton up top. In fact, I probably should bring on Ricky May for that, but that's kind of the same reason. For the same reason, um, I went with three up top in the last game is because I think having that three just on the attack. For actually, it's for the same reason slash different reason. So I wanted the three up top last game because I wanted to play direct and get the ball to them. This game is actually because I think we have a bit more time. But then again, as the game goes on, we will go a little bit more direct anyway. And I'm going to bring on Ricky May because he is a striker, of course. Murphy still not overly positive. Let's throw out an encourage here and see if we can get a bit of positivity in there. There we go. That's good. A bit more upbeat from the lads. Okay, over the top. Oh, wow. Good, good. Got it out, got it away. And again, and Withers claims that really nicely. Good work. Okay, we've not got long to go, so I'm actually we're gonna go with that directness now. Withers, you've got loads of space. Yeah, okay, fine. Beard into Husey. All the way across. Takeda won't get there. That was a kind of unnecessary pass, but the directness hasn't even kicked in yet, so I don't really know why he's playing that one. And I don't really know why he's playing that one because now we've conceded. That was silly. Okay. Unless we can get a goal on this highlight somehow, we're going all out attack to try and rescue a draw at the end of this game. The counter-attacking Cobham have clearly, well, they've done something well. They've sat back and they've taken their chances, which is what I say every time I end up playing that tactic, which is, oh, we took our chances. You've got to take your chances. That's it. It's simple as. That could have been 3-1 in game. That really could have been 3-1 in game. My word. Come on. There we go. Late in the game, we get the goal back. We put the pressure on. We go attacking. Hughesy gets the goal, which is a curious one. You know, another bit of an interesting one because he doesn't often score, I don't think. But Wild with the assist as well. And we will rescue a draw. Well, look at that possession, but the XG is just, we didn't do a lot with it. I think maybe actually going on to the Leicester, well, also we gave away a penalty. So, yeah, not a great start. Just, you know what, I'm not going to read all too much into that game. It was a weird one, but we got the draw, which is fine. And we continue on our current undefeated start to the season, almost. I mean, you know, if we get to 21 league games without a loss, then it's halfway. Would be pretty freaking strong. But yeah, Bookham actually lost in their game. French's got the win. That's a big yes. Okay. Whew. Good. Okay, one more game. It's going to be the Warpleton Phoenix game. Hopefully a slightly better performance. We have come out of 2 games here with positive results, but I don't really feel like we played all too well in this second one. We did in the first game. In the cup game, we did. We turned it around. We played very well. Not so much in the second one. Let's get it go. Okay, we're at the last game of the episode, and I've made my decision for selection as to who is going to play in this here game. What is going on? Why am I seeing this? I don't want to see this. There we go. That's what I want to see. And this is the team we're going to go with. So Ben Horn is finally going to get a rest. He is on heavy, and he did not play well in that last game. Probably because he's played so many freaking minutes. Like, we've got to rotate and let him have a chance to rest. So that's why I've gone with Ipanga Mbambo and Tomonori Takeda up top here today. And we've got Mimaj on the bench. Moss and Sprawley combine as the wingers. They are they're really strong wingers. Good players. And then Olafsson mixes with maybe not Murphy. I'm thinking... No, wait. Yes, Murphy. Look at that. Murphy's really good, or he's either not so good. He's a bit up and down. Yeah, I think I'll stay with Murphy. And then Ben Smith is getting a start. The youngster's getting a start at left back. Look at the other members of the team with 900 minutes to their name. That is the team we're going with. Now, our opposition play... Yep, cool. Our opposition play control possession, so we don't have to really worry about what we were worrying about in the last game, which was them countering us. Like, they're going to try and control possession in the same way we like to, but in general, I think our results have kind of showed that we are just a bit stronger than most of the teams in our division. I want to see that. I want to put that onto the pitch. I want us to show it with a good performance here today. So momentum starting first 15 minutes, very, very close. Is there no highlights? No highlights yet. And Warpleton have the ball. Now, what are they going to bring to the table, and what are we going to have to change, if possible, if needed, in order to get the result that we want? Sprawley goes down the left. Good run. Going to try and find Mbambo. The keeper's done well. Did try and find Mbambo, but yeah, the keeper's come out, claimed it really, really nicely. 18 minutes gone. And the game is still sat at 0-0. We haven't really played enough to know, is there anything we need to change just yet? Murphy goes long to Mbambo. He might be offside. I don't know. I think he is. Yes, there we go. He is indeed offside, and it did kind of look it as well. But still, that's a good start for us. Possession is dropping quite significantly, however. So this might be, once again, a situation where we want to drop the line a tad and go a bit more direct. Maybe even bring the wingers back, but I don't know just yet. It's been a bit of a drab first half, really, other than the disallowed goal. Okay. Yeah, a bit of a nothing first half there. 0-0. Not much happening. we did have the better time of it at the end of that half. So you know what I might do? I might just bring us back onto balanced with that possession kind of against us. See what happens with the next kind of period of... Okay, our highlight. Here we go. Turner Gilligan, I think, is going to have to come off for Stephen Clark. That's really poor. That's really poor. I'm actually quite mad about that. There's maybe 3 or 4 times where if a player of ours had decided I'm going to step up and claim that ball, we would not have conceded that goal. Okay, I'm putting Takeda... Oh, I need to take off Turner Gilligan as well. I forgot. He's very tired. On the counter we go. Sprawley up the left-hand side. The tactical changes have yet to come into place. Now they... Oh, yes. Okay. A red... Dang. Okay, I'm going to have to take Sprawley off and make some changes here. So, Aldred, you don't really work out on the left, so I'll put you into the middle. Moss, you do... I think you just go back up, and then we kind of play this weird structure. It's a very odd structure. I'm not a big fan of it, but that's what injuries do to you. Let's go. We're kind of proving quite often in late in games, if we want to go aggressive and attack, we can do it, and teams tend to struggle with it. Okay, out to the left-hand side, Warpleton are going. They've obviously lost a man, but it doesn't seem to be stopping them from playing a relatively free, controlling game. They're still trying to get the ball, but they're still attacking. That's what I mean by, like, relatively free. And they've scored again. And then once again, I've got to say, that should not be happening. That should not be going in. So, all-out attack it is. 12 minutes. Throw everything at them. Kitchen sink and everything. And I think this may be a step too far for us. He's through again. He's absolutely in again. And it's 3-0, and unfortunately that is going to be that. That is going to be that. Well played to Warpleston. They are going to inflict our first defeat after we had a goal disallowed. And it was just a very nothing game. We have not done anything. We have not created. We've had a bit of a rough one, and look, it was bound to happen. It was bound to happen. You know, like we were not really going to win every game this season. As much as I was hoping we would maybe go undefeated, which would be a really, really good achievement, it was very unlikely that that would happen. But there is still a chance to grab a goal. But that is that. Okay, game done. And this is kind of what I mean. The XG is very similar. It's 1.1 to 1.1. But they just put their chances away. And we attacked at the end. Look at that. Just freaking went for it at the end. Interesting. Interesting. I think it's not been the best episode, but we went through in the cup. We got a draw in the league. We've lost our first game. It might make me think that when we do, if we go 2-0 down, we could implement a period of all-out attack. And we don't have to use it as a crutch so often. You know? Poor finishing cost us. It did. It really did. Well done to Horton getting a hat-trick. I mean, yeah, really good stuff. Good determination. Good physicals. Look at that. He's got really good physicals. A little part of me does think it would be the worst idea to just try and get him just for his physicals. You know what? It's genuinely worth a go. Because I do find myself having to, and like them giving my players bad, I don't know, bad press. Beard's been really good since he joined. He did score a hat trick against us, and it hasn't happened a lot this season. So look, you might consider it poaching. It is poaching, but we have dealt with that for so many years of our best players just being stolen away. And now he's being offered from like freaking loads of teams. Okay, let's see what happens with this. This will be the last thing we do this episode, just to see if we can get him in. He scored 3 against us, and you would be quite silly not to take that on board. Wow, look at that. 3 goals for Miroslav, a goal for Obeid Al-Shamari, and a goal for Ahmed Jassem. They're top of the league as well. London Greens under 18s. It's got a nice ring to it. Doing well. Doing good stuff. Okay. I mean, there is a chance we get to the next game without finding out about this contract. Let's see. I'll go away and we'll see what happens. We will not know until next episode, I suppose. We have not found out. So, one other little bit of information is that Harry Air can't really join. You know, he's just he's not interested. We can't afford him. David Bowers. Look at this guy. Not great on the physicals, really good on some of the specific technicals that we might be looking for another midfielder. We'll see what kind of money he wants, but there's actually a kind of a bit of news here, a bit of bad news to end the episode, and it is that we have got 2 major injuries that literally just happened 2 days ago. So on the 29th, just before this game here, you see on the Monday, both knee problems on the same side, and they're both out for 7 to 9 weeks or 4 weeks, 2 months. So, you know, basically the same, more or less. 2 months, maybe. It's really unfortunate. Really unfortunate. Both of them, knee problems at the same training session. It's really rough. And it's going to mean that these 2 guys are going to just send this percentage missed through the roof. They really are. So that is going to be it from me today, guys. We took our first loss in the division. Luckily for us, we are still top of the pile. And of course, playing quite well. We don't want to lose our mojo. We really don't. We've got a home game to follow, an away game, then followed by another home game, and then a cup game, which is also a home. It's against Stoke Poges. Pogues, I think is what I said. And then, of course, we've also got the home game in the cup in February. So if we just keep playing well in the Vars, great. We'll just try and keep doing well on that one. But what we'll also have to kind of think about is the rotation in the games in here. So that's it from me today. We took our first competitive loss of the season. Would you look at that? And it was a bit of a trouncing. And I am trying to get him into the team now, which is a curious thing because he's got really good physicals, which would be good for the team. So thank you for watching. Until next time.